What's up, guys? It is an awesome day here in West Virginia. It's about 75 degrees, 1st of March, no daggone humidity, and I'm getting all my stuff together. I don't know if y'all remember or not, last year about this same time, we had a major ice storm, and I had all kinds of trees falling on my property where I keep my dogs and stuff, and I brought all my dogs inside the house. And then when I put them back out there, I didn't put them back down in the woods because a couple of trees had crushed their igloos, and I had to get all that mess cleaned up. Well, I'd always planned on moving them back down in the woods, but I never got around to it just because turkey season, then I blew my knee out and just put it off. Well, I got all my stuff to move them down. I got a couple of things that I'm going to do to help me out. I'll explain all that as we go, show y'all what I'm going to do, why I use some of the things I do, why I keep my dogs tied out on the ground, in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. It's going to take a few hours. I'm going to try to explain everything to you all, talk about some dog stuff along the way, but got all my stuff loaded up in my side-by-side. There's a whole pile of crap in there, and gonna go out here and get it done. Enjoy the day and get outside. All right, guys. Well, I'm out here in the current situation where I put my dogs after that storm, like I was telling you. So they're on the ground. I use igloos. I use igloos for a couple reasons. One, they're pet-made igloos. I like them. They're durable, and I like igloos because they're self-warming in the winter. And I mean, self-warming is when the dogs go through the tunnel. They have a tunnel on them. You can see the front side here is a tunnel, and then it takes them back in the igloo, and it warms up in there with the dog's body heat, and it's breathing and it's breath, so it does real good to keep them warm in the summer and decently cool in the summertime. So you see how my dog bowls, they're knocked over. You know, I got a solution for that. I think y'all are going to like it. I know I'm going to like it. It's going to help me out a whole lot, not having to worry about keeping water with the dogs all day long, because when it gets hot, these dogs can't go without water. It's the most important thing to them. So this is my current situation, and stick around and I'll let you see what the end product is. We're gonna go over here and I'm gonna show you what my plan is, and then we're gonna get to work. So this stretch right here is where my dogs were. This was all trees, and you can see over here, that was all trees. Those all fell during the storm. So my plan is, and I've got some cutting to do and some clearing, but I got a flat right here, runs right through here. I'm gonna move my dogs down to that flat to where they've got the shade trees, and it honestly, it's not just because of the shade, it's the noise too. You know, we live in a subdivision. The house is right here. You know, it's not 100 yards from the actual subdivision. And I want to get them down over the hill to cut down on the noise too. So I'm gonna get to work. I got quite a bit to do. I think I can do it all this afternoon. And hopefully the dogs like it down there. I've got water, just to let y'all know. I ran a yard drain. It's right there, and all I'll do is I'll add extensions onto my water hose and take them down over the hill to reach the dogs. And all we have to do is just turn the valve on up here as we walk down, and I'll move the food and everything down here for them. So time to get to work. That's my game plan. Got quite a bit done in a decently short amount of time. Got warm out here and I'm dying of thirst, but you can see here I've got about 50 foot clear by 12 or 14 foot, and all 5 dogs should fit in here comfortably. And then I'm gonna, in due time, I'm gonna make a runway for a cable exerciser, because some of these dogs just don't slow down. They like to just run. So what I like to do next is I'm gonna go get my leaf blower and I'm gonna blow it down to bare ground so I can see all the little limbs and deadfalls sticking up, because they get tangled up in the tie outs, and I like just getting it down to barren ground. Kind of give y'all an update. I've been going about 2 hours now. I've got it all cleared. I've got the ground blown off and raked off to where I can get all the little pieces of shrub and deadfalls that have been laying in the ground that could get hung up on the tie-up. I'm gonna start taking my extra igloos down, and the extra igloos I got standing before, because I don't know if I'll get it completely done today. I'm gonna try. But I'm gonna start putting their stakeouts and their igloos down so I can put their food and watering station. Go ahead and set it up. So the only thing I have to move is their stakeouts. So I gotta go get me some water because I'm kind of parched. I'm pretty dry. I was gonna holler at Stacy, but she informed me she wasn't at the house. She went out hiking with some girlfriends. So I'm gonna go to the house, get me some water, and then get back after it. I think I probably got 2 or 3 more hours of work, and then it'll be about time for an adult beverage, is what it'll be about time for, a Budweiser. It's real windy, so I'm gonna have to talk a little bit loud. I got my wireless mic on, but I got everything cleared. I got my igloos down there. They're not placed, but I'm going to put my food and watering station together up here, and then I'm gonna go down there and put it in the ground. So just to give y'all a quick rundown of what I've done, I've got 5 2x6s because I got 5 dogs. We'll just do a single one. So we take a 2x6, it's 30 inches long, and I'm using 2 36-inch concrete form stakes. They're already pre-drilled so I can put screws in the board. They're already rounded, pointed, so I can hammer them in the ground. And they're cheaper than 4x4s, and they're cheaper than any type of cold roll where you're going to, if you want to make your own stakes and drill your holes and stuff. I found these the cheapest way to go. I found them for $6 a piece, and I'm going to end up getting about 18 to 20 inches driven in the ground once I get these built. So, and then for my water, I use these little ring outs, these hitching rings. They screw into the board, and then I put my bucket handle onto that so the dogs can't tip their water over. And then for my feed bowls, I take it goes right over the 2x6, such as that, and screw down in there. Just to give everybody a piece of advice, drill a couple holes in your food bucket so if it does rain, that the water will drain out of it and the food will stay somewhat dry. So I'm gonna put them together. I'll show you a finished product once I get one together. If you're not interested in watching me drill and try to square everything up, so I'm gonna get one together and then I'll be back. All right, guys, well, I'm putting the finishing touches on the last station that I'm making for my dogs. And you know, a lot of people have their opinions about kennels or leaving your dogs on the ground, staking them out, fencing them up. I like putting mine on the ground. I've had a kennel and had them on concrete, and nice kennel, still have it. I use it when I'm in Logan and staying all night, but when I'm here at the house, I like my dogs being on the ground on a stake line. I think it helps dogs. I think it helps train dogs when they're on a lead and you're leading them. I think it's lower maintenance because when they use the bathroom, they usually just stomp it out and it goes away. Kennels can get really nasty, a lot of bacteria, a lot of upkeep, a lot of health issues. Is why I keep my dogs on the ground. That's just a few reasons. I mean, everybody has an opinion on it, and I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong. I'm just telling y'all what I like and why I like it that way. Because it just seems like my dogs do better when they're staked out. Like I said before, I use the igloos. They're pet mate igloos. They're pretty thick. They keep the dogs warm in the winter time, and they're comfortable in the summertime. There's vents in the floor and in the top of it for the summer. I like them real well. So we'll show you the finished product here. And, I get them all made, but that's kind of how I feel about leaving my dogs on the ground. It's not inhumane or cruel to have your dog on a stake out, as long as you're getting your dogs off of it and letting them run some, which I do. So I don't see any problem using the stake out for your hounds. But that's just a couple reasons. I'm gonna finish this last one. I'm gonna pack everything down there and start setting up. We'll see y'all down there. Well, I've got all my igloos down here. I've got all my feeding stations here, and as you can see, I've got my igloos lined up. All the openings are facing the same direction. It's because most of the time the wind is blowing this way. It's blowing from behind their igloos to the front. So I'm just trying to give them the best chance to stay out of the elements. And then what I've done on my stakeouts, for those of you, I know that some of you, this is petty grade school stuff, but when I do my stakeouts, I come all the way around the igloo, the front, the back, and then I measure between each chain to make sure that the dogs can't reach each other. And then I measure over to the feed station to make sure that they got enough to get over here and get to their water. And that's pretty much it. These two are done, and I've got to run back up to the side by side and get some more stakeouts and go ahead and fill up a couple water bowls and bring them down here. I think I'm gonna have time to move them down here this evening. So I've got quite a bit of work to do yet, but it's coming right along. So I'm real happy with it. I think it's gonna work out good down here. I mean, the boys ain't gonna like them being down here because they're gonna have to walk a little further over the hill, but hell with them, it's good for them. So let's get after it.
Watch me sway, darkness falls, and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river, I have held the devil.
Well, guys, it's been a long day. Sun setting. I need a cold beer. Got the dogs moved, and I like it down there, I do. I think it'll be more convenient for them. Boys ain't gonna like it. Like I said, they're gonna have to walk over the hill, but I think for noise reduction and for them to be in a more shaded area instead of up here in the open, it's a great place. If y'all like this video, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna do more and more of these kind of lifestyle videos to show that what we do other than hunting. Everybody likes to kill stuff, but there's a lot more that goes into it to get to that point, and we're going to start showing those videos to you all, and hope you enjoy it. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. I'm out.
Every man has felt the same.